Alrighty. Hello and welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. The West Hammers are in a European final coming up. That's tomorrow at the time of this recording. And is this the biggest moment in West Ham's history?
They need it.
Playing for a
At least,
European
at
final.
least recent history. Yeah, recent history.
Yeah, I think. What about David Moyes? Has he ever coached something this big? Has he ever been in a moment this big?
I saw something that said that if he loses, they're gonna fire him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too. Oh my God,
Like,
that'd be
come on,
Man's on the chopping block on a final.
He's been on the chopping block for a long time. Didn't we do?
Really.
Wasn't there a game?
We had El Sacico. It was Lampard versus Moyes.
Exactly, the El Sacico, and he scraped through on the skin of his teeth. Yeah.
The question is who do you get to replace him? But on the game, because the West Ham Chester City, union is, hey man, I'm rooting for him. So Declan Rice can cost $1 billion for whatever English team that chooses to buy him because it won't be City.
So, looking at you, Jake.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting that all of the English media are gonna, bay for West Ham to win this game, bring back the trophy, the European trophy to England. But conversely, they're all like, nah, we don't want the Champions League to be back in England. we don't want to bring the Champions League back, and the common English person is more excited to see West Ham win a European trophy than Man City win one.
Yep. 100%.
Oh man.
Because it's the narrative with Man City. I mean,
Yeah.
I think with West Ham, it's like, okay, well, one, it's a London team, right? So of course, there's that element. But two, West Ham has been poor. I mean, they've been up and down. I mean, they've gone to the championship multiple times in the last decade.
They're a blue collar team too.
Yeah.
If you look at the fan base, when I lived in England, all the people that I knew who were West Ham fans were like blue collar, drink at the bar, the West Ham fans are like the most down to earth people I've ever met. And they're the I don't know what the hours are, 9 to 5 with the siesta turned in there or whatever like that. Factory guys. I mean, obviously you have, white collar jobs too, but you look at them, they're like the salt of the earth kind of fans. So, I've always had big respect for West Ham.
That's super sad then they have the most expensive beer in London.
I mean, that stadium ain't gonna pay for itself.
This is
No.
That big old
they have the Olympics in there.
Yeah.
But I think that everyone's kind of expecting West Ham to win, and I think as fans of the Premier League, we're obviously not going to know what Fiorentina is capable of unless you're out there in the Serie A streets, man. I'm personally not, so I have not seen Fiorentina at all. I've seen one highlight, and it was a crazy game that they played in.
I think they're favored though.
They are.
No way.
I think Fiorentina wins actually.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I think they're favored in the game.
West Ham bottle it.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because, again, West Ham were poor this season.
But they've looked really good in of course the Conference League.
Yeah.
They've played some solid teams. But
they shut down Alkmaar. They were really good against AZ Alkmaar.
It's interesting, we were talking about this with the city and the Inter setup. That style of football. You got the Italian style, and West Ham really does display that brutish, physical England style. And I just think Fiorentina will find a way to win this one. I would like to see West Ham win, just because you feel for them. Like I said, they've been up and down. They've gone to the championship twice in the last 10 years, I think. They're going to fire their manager if they lose. I don't know.
it's kind of a weird moment for them, right? Because they got to the Conference League last season because they were surprisingly good last season.
Mhm.
Right.
And then even just the same kind of surprise at
They
how
were
poor
bad.
they were this season.
Yeah.
And I kind of am not a huge West Ham fan, obviously a London rival, and obviously we had a horrible result there recently, so I'm not a huge West Ham fan, but I'm definitely cheering for him. I like Mikel Antonio a lot. I think he is he's a forward's forward. He's gonna put in the work. He's gonna put in the shift. He's absolutely huge. Like he's like a really imposing dude, and he's gonna throw his weight around. Um, but yeah, I mean, Fiorentina kind of an unknown quality. I think that if they can control the game, if they can get Declan Rice on the ball and
Yeah.
get Jared Bowen isolated in the one-on-ones, kind of the spaces he likes to be in, I think they can have some success.
Yeah.
They can give lots of teams a run. And I think that it would be awesome to see West Ham bring home a European trophy.
The parade through London.
Yeah.
At least.
This would be, if they win, it would be their first major trophy since 1980.
Oh my.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Wow.
So that'd be
That's
what,
a big one.
43 years? Yeah.
Imagine all the bubbles.
Oh,
I wonder if they'll take a bubble machine.
They
They
should.
should. Why not?
They
I
really
would.
should, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be blowing bubbles.
If they win the trophy during the trophy lift, I better see some bubbles.
Bubbles. All day. If not, I'm firing whoever their PR manager is.
This one's on. Is it
Whoever
on
their-
Paramount
whoever
or
their
is it on
promotion-
CBS Sports?
It'll be on it'll be on both actually.
It'll be on both.
It's on
Okay.
Paramount, yeah.
It should be on
Okay.
both, yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely be tuning into this one. And if you're excited about another English team making a run in Europe, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and get that notification bell on. We'll be back real soon.